Hello and welcome to another Stuff and Things, which is now called Neurodivergent Narratives with me, Jenine Lillian. I'm a neurodiversity consultant and educator, and I'm very excited to have my friend Sherilyn here today to launch our rebrand or brand at all for the YouTube series. Welcome, Sherilyn. Welcome, welcome. I'd love to ask you, what is your thing this year, 2026?
Well, this is so neat because we were just talking about this because we hang out aside from YouTube stuff and stuff like this. So I'm totally prepared 100%. Okay.
Yay!
Everyone knows this. My thing this season is Ali Abdul. Like him and I are hanging out like you would not believe.
Yay!
I know, totally. Lifestyle Business Academy, it is number one.
Wow.
Jenine is part of my network as well too with Community Futures, and all of the subject matter experts there are kind of well aware of the fact that I just can't get enough of this. It's my thing, right?
It is your
Work
thing.
is it's 100% my thing. So I own my own business. I work as an accountant for Balance and Bloom Professional Services, but it's more than just accounting. It is your full stop CFO, CEO for solopreneurs. And I
Nice.
am happy to say, as Janine says at most of her workshops, by the way, my own accountant is on the call right now.
Yes, yes.
Janine and I
Amazing.
hang out virtually pretty much every single month, just talking about a variety of different things. She coaches me on the things she's good at, and I coach her on the things that I'm somewhat okay at.
I think you're more than somewhat okay.
Thank you, Janine. And as I
Oh,
feel the same about
thank
you.
you. Thank
Um,
you.
so yeah, that's a little bit about my thing. And Janine hasn't heard about this yet because I wanted her reaction to be on
Oh, wow.
camera. So here goes. I have been invited to Australia next week to see Ali Abdal in person, plus my main coach in Australia. So
Oh my gosh.
I don't have
Let's
any
talk calendar
details yet
management. Oh
except
my
the
God. I don't know
date.
how you're doing all the stuff you're doing right now. Next week in Australia, Sherilyn. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. What? Oh, yeah.
Information overload. But I was like, I have to get this one on camera because it's not the same if we already know everything ahead of time.
That is
Yeah.
a live captured response. Okay, and then my next question is tell me more. Amazing.
All right. Well, we do these things called scorecards, right? So we kind of fill out the scorecards, like basically, how many people have you talked with?
Ah, yes.
How many people are part of your network, right? Like,
Hmm.
Janine, you know this, right? Like, you send
Hmm.
out emails to everybody. Your communication is top notch.
Oh,
You're
thank
always
you.
like, hey, come join me, right? Like, come
Yeah,
hang
the
out with
invitation
me.
is open.
Pretty much, yeah. Come hang out with me, email me, do this, do this, do this,
Yeah.
but all within reason. Like if you're like, okay, I just put on a webinar right now, and my energy is completely drained after a
Yep.
webinar. So yeah, email me, but know that I will respond once my
That's right.
energy is back,
I
right?
don't want anybody to get their feelings hurt, right? And I also think it's important to model that, like the whole reason we can do this big
Yeah,
living is
yeah.
that we have downtime and quiet time and off-screen time and no lights, like we have to have that time. And that's part of being neurodivergent and also just part of being awesome is that we have to have the rest to fuel the pursuits, right? Have to.
It's so incredibly important. So even though you've told us all the things that are so important to basically say, in order to be this awesome person and feel awesomely connected
Hmm.
to you, I have to have this recharge time,
Yeah,
right? But still, you're one of the most connected people that I have had the pleasure of spending time with and working with.
thank you.
Um, You're very welcome. It's incredibly true. So when I do my own client touch points, I am modeling it
So
off,
nice.
off of your client touch points because I'm like, oh gosh, I'm like, here Janita is again. And she's like, here's all of my events. Come on out. And I'm like, whoa, okay, this is an invitation to more than just a webinar, but
Yeah,
it's an invitation to community.
that's right.
Um,
That's right.
and it's just like Ali Abdul. He's like, yeah, I've got 6.5 million followers, but for some reason I am reaching out to you as Lifestyle Business Academy to invite you in, right?
Yeah.
It's just like you, I've got this many followers, but I'm still taking time to email you personally
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
say
And
you're
like we
perfect.
talked about in the networking series, that every single thing is connected to a person, and so like I don't do the social media and I don't do the LinkedIn, and but I still need to let people know, hey, you're invited to this. This is open to anyone in the world. This is free. This is You can ask questions that you think are silly, and it's not just like I want the business, right? It's I want to get the information and the support out. And like to me, I'm incredibly driven by that connection. And one of the biggest challenges for me as being an autistic person and not knowing it until so late in life was that there were so many barriers to that kind of connection. I would try to have a conversation and ask a real question. I really care about how people are doing, and there's so much just to kind of jump through and decode that then I would feel thwarted by that. And now it's so great because I'm meeting all of these neurodivergent folks who are like, oh, it's different for me, but it's the same, right? And so we can just jump right in the same channel. We don't have to go through that whole thing. And I love that. I mean, it's like the first time I met you, Sherilyn, it felt like summer camp, like the best version of summer camp, not the regular summer camp.
I still remember kind of the first time when we were on Zoom and like when we're on Zoom and you're hosting a webinar and there's like so many people there, right?
So many
But
people.
like you said something at the end that was kind of like hey, if you ever anyone wants to hang out, and I think like I put my hand up or something like that, and you like looked at me like a moment like okay, you want to hang out? And I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
sure.
do want to hang out. And I felt the exact same way. And I was like, yeah, let's hang out, right? And I think it only took like one or two like sort of touch points after that, and we're
Yeah,
like, yeah, okay, let's just go all in.
let's
So
get together.
yeah, pretty
Thank you for
much.
that. Yeah, you put in the comments on one of the business
Oh yeah,
development webinars that you needed more Janine
Janine
time.
time.
And I
Yeah.
want you to know that actually, so my accountability buddy is my brother, and he lives in the States, and we text quite a lot. And talk on the phone at least once a week. And so I sent him like, hey, I think this is pretty great feedback. And so now he'll tell me that he needs Janine time. So you started like a whole thing. It's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. I started a thing. That's
You
amazing.
started a thing.
Yeah, I think those accountability buddies are so crucially
Oh,
important.
so important. And it can be about anything, right?
Yeah.
It sort of started for us because he likes kind of junk food and I like kind of healthy food. And so if I have like some potato chips or French fries, I'll text him and tell him, and it makes him really proud. And then like if he has a salad, and it's about the same frequency, like once every 10 to 12 months. We say this. But then it got to be like, hey, did you move your body today? Hey, did you do something enjoyable today? Did you give yourself a break on your to-do list? Um, did you connect? Like, did you reach out to a friend in whatever format? And then, now we're both working on our own businesses. So it's a lot about that. Like, oh, here's my goal and here's the task I got done, or here's this thing I said that was hard for me and I finally finished, celebrating those wins. Oh, you got to celebrate those wins.
That's the most important for me is those wins, right? Like people always think that it's like, oh, I've got a problem and it needs to get solved. It's like, no, actually, I'm like bubbling up with excitement right now. And like I need somebody to party with right now,
You're
right?
so bubbly and you have so many wins right now. It's just crazy. I love I think it was last time, maybe a couple times ago when we were working on my bookkeeping. Thank you for that.
You're
My
welcome.
bookkeeper is awesome, by the way. If you need a reference, let me know and I'll send you to my bookkeeper who's traveling. So you were showing me that spinner you made about like
Oh
so you
yeah.
didn't have decision fatigue, but you had like self-care rewards all programmed in there. And I keep thinking about that. I'm like, oh, I wonder if Sherilyn did her hair.
Oh yeah, definitely. 100%. Those spinners are the best. I have a million and one like apps on
So
my
good.
phone that I love pressing buttons on each and every day.
So
Um,
funny.
I know. It's the best feeling in the world just to be like, oh, right, like I don't play video games and like I don't
But it
watch
is kind
TV.
of, right? Like it's like a
But
teeny
yeah,
weeny little, yeah.
it's
It's
like
like
a
a
it's like
spinner wheel.
yeah, I know. It's like the video games I never knew I needed, right?
Hmm.
Like
There's an app for that.
there's an app for that. And it comes down to that self-care too, right? Because
Hmm.
especially as entrepreneurs, you know, I know, we're always on the go, right?
Hmm.
And it's,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
and how do you manage like so you've got this amazing opportunity and of course you want to say yes to it, but you've got to put all this other stuff, right? There's a lot of logistical moving around and spinning plates and, multiple parts of our existences. And so I just think that's so amazing that you are able to pull it off on kind of short notice. No, I had no idea you were going to go to Australia.
I know, I
Jeez.
know, I know.
Um, and that you're still meeting new clients and getting business done and working with your staff. And I mean, it's just I don't know, I really honestly have a thought puzzle of like how does she do it, and I wonder if maybe you can share a couple tips about like how to not sort of uh run away with the giant bouquet of balloons that you're holding at any moment, right? Because it's impressive to me and also like, wow, lady, like there's a lot going on for you in your business and your life right now.
Thank you. I love the image of like holding the balloons and like how do you make sure to stay grounded and not like let
Mhm.
those balloons kind of pull you towards the air. Um, I think that it comes down to a term that I learned, and it's a big one, but I'll say it anyways because I like big words.
Big words.
Big breath. It's the parasympathetic nervous system.
Yes.
And
Ah.
it, yes, it's what helps to put the brakes on everything so that those balloons don't just take
Hmm.
you off into la la land, right?
Yeah.
It's how to do meaningful connections, how to actually take a significant pause.
Hmm.
It doesn't have to be for long,
Yeah.
just a few moments to just recharge yourself,
Hmm.
to say, I'm here, I'm okay.
Yeah. You're great.
And most importantly, I'm safe,
Yeah.
right? That's the number one reason why the parasympathetic nervous system doesn't work properly. If you
Hmm.
don't feel safe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's just a lot to process at any given moment, even when it's all good news,
Yeah.
right? Even uh, like it's still disruptive. It's like the holiday season, right? Whether you love it or hate it or somewhere in between, it's a lot of upset and disruption. Things are closed, things are open, you're traveling, you're scheduling, you're dealing with conflict, you're dealing with not being in your comfortable places, right? Like it's just kind of a lot of life coming at us at the same time. And I love that this is that you're just so tapped into it because first of all, you have to be in order to function well. And second, it is true. It doesn't take a lot. For folks who don't know, when I start my webinars and workshops, I always start with taking some breaths. And uh, I often get feedback from people that it's like the first time that day, that week, that month, that quarter that they took a deep breath, you know? And it's just so instantly recognizable in the body, the moment before and the moment after, right? You maybe don't even articulate that you feel that or what it feels like, but you know something shifted, right? Yeah, and
It-
that's what it is. It's
yeah.
the body just helping the body out. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be okay. I'm alive.
That and that's the wonderful feeling is exactly that feeling of being alive, right?
Hmm.
That feeling of saying like, wow, like everything that I'm doing feels aligned. It feels like I've got
Hmm.
support. Um, it feels like I've got that community where I can just go home to and relax,
Hmm.
right? Whether
Yeah.
home be on a virtual screen, whether home be here in my office, whether
Hmm.
home be at my co-work location. Um, but definitely that safe space where you know no matter what,
Yeah.
that you are seen as a wonderfully unique person and safe, right? So that
Yeah.
that parasympathetic nervous system activates and you're like, do you know what? I'm not going to fly away with these balloons. I'm going to be nice and
That's good.
calm through this. I've got,
No.
like, even just before this, I was like, oh, I've got like 5 minutes before I come on live with Janine. And I was like, oh, what can I do in these 5 minutes beforehand? Like most people would be like, oh, well, I've got to prep and I've got to get my notes ready. And I
Yeah.
was like, no,
Check
it's
my
just,
email again. Yeah.
yeah, it's just, I was like, it's just Janine and I hanging out. It's going to be okay. I was like, why don't I go take care of some personal stuff that needs
Nice.
to get done anyways? Like, why don't I go do some dishes sort of thing? Like,
Oh, you know how much I love to wash dishes. I do, I do. So good. Not like all day long or anything. Just,
all
that
day
is
long washing
all day
dishes.
long.
All day long. Like if I had a choice, just all day long.
We're gonna have like a side job and we're gonna be working in the kitchen somewhere. Just so happy. Ah, just so good. I love what you shared, Sherilyn, and I was wondering, since there are so many people, especially neurodivergent adults, who may or may not have gotten a formal diagnosis or gotten it late in life, who don't feel like they can really be their authentic self, or who maybe haven't found that community yet. I wonder if you have some words of encouragement or some suggestions of things that they could try.
Ah, just keep looking. Um,
Keep looking.
honestly, like just keep trying. Like it's out there, right? Like
Yeah,
I could give you a step-by-step playbook of some of the things that I did to find my community.
yeah,
If we're here in BC, Community Futures is going to be like an awesome place to start, right? That
yeah.
was my start. I'm still loving being involved with Community Futures.
Nice. Me too.
And then I hit up Eventbrite. Um,
Nice. There's a
yeah,
lot
and
more stuff online now.
they do. I found some leads through Eventbrite
Yeah.
that are still near and dear to my heart.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I joined Rotary. It might not be for everyone, Rotary, but I joined Rotary. I passed everything that I needed to pass in order to be a part of their club as well, too. There's all sorts of like Elks,
Yeah,
coordinates.
community service organizations. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was in the States, especially in bigger cities, Meetup is a viable option.
Ooh, yeah.
And museums or libraries, maybe volunteering, because a lot of us neurodivergent folks are introverted, and so we enjoy sort of a quieter, less hectic pace. Yeah, it is tricky. And I'll extend the invitation here too that you could follow our contact links that'll be in the episode description, and you could reach out to each of us or both of us at any point, because our email is open 24/7, regardless of what time zone Sherilyn's in.
Oh yeah, pretty much. I'm international. Ollie's in Hong Kong. My coach is in Australia. General manager is in Britain. I've got a friend in Johannesburg. My VA is in Manila. So like you can email
Basically,
me
you're just
anytime.
tap dancing.
I
That's what
probably
you're
won't
doing.
respond if I'm like if I'm doing something else, but you can email me anytime.
Oh my gosh. Amazing, amazing. What else was I going to ask you, Sherilyn? Um, what is a next step that you would encourage someone to take after hearing your sharing today? Like if there's something that maybe inspired them, or um, maybe they're curious about starting their own business, kind of anything at all that you'd like to bestow upon our listeners and viewers today.
Um, I think one of the top things for me is a Myers-Briggs indicator test.
Hmm.
Um, it's really interesting. Like when people talk with me, they think that I'm so extroverted, right? They're like, "Oh,
Yes.
you go to Rotary meetings, you do this, right?" And I'm like, "No, actually, I'm incredibly 100% like off the charts introverted, like off
A
the
plus
charts,
plus introvert. Yep.
off the
Yep.
charts introverted." But just like Janine says in all of her workshops, she's like, "You wouldn't guess that I'm introverted
Yeah.
because of the amount of energy that it takes
Hmm.
to put out from ourselves in these sorts of social
Yeah.
situations, right? So
Yeah.
just like Janine does for her workshops, after this, I haven't planned much else
That's right.
for the day,
The
right?
downtime is coming soon.
Com- Coming soon. Not because this isn't entirely enjoyable,
Exactly.
but because it takes a lot
Yeah.
for an
Yeah.
introverted person
It does.
to go on film,
Yeah.
knowing it's going to be part of this official presentation, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, my main takeaway, Myers-Briggs indicator test.
Okay, I'm going to put that
Neuro,
in the description too. So we'll have our
yeah.
contact information and our websites, and I'll put the link to that free assessment online too. I really appreciate that you mentioned that because a lot of people don't talk much about being introverted. And I think actually, now that I'm thinking about it in this context, Sherilyn, I wonder if you agree. I feel like being neurodivergent and therefore having to learn how to mask, which we all mask, every single human being, even little preschooler kids mask, but we have to kind of get really good at it and it takes a lot and it's not always pleasant, right? But I think that having to learn it helps us to hone it to have these different abilities, right? So I talk about in my workshops that this is like my teaching and presenting sort of persona, right? It's like a role on a stage, and I step into that, and it's great, and it can be very fulfilling, but I can't stay in it, right? I can't live here. This is not how I live. It's how I make my living, right? So I feel like maybe some of the not fun stuff that happens to neurodivergent folks actually build, I know it builds this resiliency that just won't quit, right? We don't give up. And to maybe teach us that we can use masking to our advantage. Wonder what you think.
Yeah, it's something that I've been working with a lot of professionals in my life is for that exact reason. Because when you do mask, it takes more out of you than it
Yes.
should, right? So I'm very open and honest. Like a lot of people say, like, "Oh, you're so extroverted," and I say, "No,
It's not that.
I don't know what it is, right?"
I I think it's that you're bubbly.
Yeah, I guess so. Like for instance, like spending time with books, like
Oh
that's
yes, yes.
my favorite thing to do. Like I don't go anywhere without books.
Nice.
My laptop's a close second, right? I bring things with me that help me feel that at any point in time, if the social situation is getting too much for me,
Mhm.
that I can just quietly retreat someplace to be
Nice.
alone, right? So I bring my alone sort of like what's it called? Toolkits, let's call
I
it,
love
right?
that. I love that. Yeah, and it's just as important as for folks who need the noise canceling headphones or stimming or whatever, knitting, whatever it is. Like find the things that help soothe you and make sure they're ready to go so that when you're in those environments, right? Yeah, when I was in graduate school to become a librarian officially, I knit all the time. And I learned how to knit right before I started graduate school because I knew I would be so stressed and anxious because I'm not just autistic, I'm also dyslexic, but of course I didn't know that. So I was just trying to kind of come up with some coping skills, right? And I can't tell you how that sort of it's stimming with a purpose, right? So having that to just kind of do something with that then soothed my parasympathetic nervous system so I didn't have that kind of nervous energy where I felt like I needed it to get out, right? So yeah, I love that. Make a little self-care, self-soothing kit and take your stuff with you.
Yeah, an escape route, right? Like nobody like I could put noise canceling headphones on too, and like that would be like an ultimate sign. But trust me, I like bring out a book in the middle of like
I love that.
150 people being there, and like instantly nobody's talking to me because
Nobody's
I
gonna tell you except the librarian. I'm probably gonna come over and go like, "Oh, that's such a good book." Yes, because you are a Titan. And it's important too to know that like in the networking thing, uh, workshop that we were talking about, there's no problem with going for an hour or setting, hey, I'm going to try it out. And if I'm there 15 minutes and it feels gross, like abort the mission, right? But celebrate your win that you tried it out. Like get yourself a cookie or, do your spinner wheel and
oh yeah.
choose something to celebrate that you did it, right? Because none of us, not a single person is comfortable in a networking event. I guarantee you. My favorite thing to do is lead the thing because that's the way that I can manage my anxiety the easiest, right? If I'm sort of in charge. But then I'm terrible at attending because I'm just like, oh, why are we here? so, so yeah, absolutely. Taking just such good care of ourselves. I love this so much. It's great advice. Oh, my other one is like drink, drink, drink lots of water. I'm at the end. We must be near the end.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so stealing that. We must be near the end. I'm out
We
of
must be
water.
near the end. Oh my gosh. Well, Sherilyn, I just want to thank you and celebrate you. You are always bubbly, and I know that takes a lot to run that awesomeness because it takes a lot to run this awesomeness. And I'm just so thankful that our paths crossed and that you're willing to put yourself out there again and again. Whether it's connecting with folks in the workshops that we've been in or, being open to chatting with people if they reach out from this or other sources. And I just think that, your success in your life and your business and the richness of those connections are just going to keep unfolding for you. And I hope that you have a very safe and parasympathetic nervous system robust trip to Australia, because that is a big trip from Vancouver area, BC to Australia, and I can't wait to hear all about it. We might have to do a second episode. But, but I really appreciate all that you are and all that you bring to the landscape, because when you show up this way, it helps the rest of us go like, wow, this is a possibility. And this looks pretty great. Maybe I want to try that on. So thank you for being who you are and sharing with the world your skills that you are more than just a little okay at. And I just so appreciate that we get to be friends. And one
Yes,
day we're going to meet in person and we're just going to hug it out.
exactly. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording, but please feel free to email either of us. I'll include that in the episode notes. And if you or someone you know is interested in sharing your story for neurodivergent narratives, please don't hesitate to reach out and take very good care of yourselves.